Okay, here we go. This one's really intense, by the way. This one's number 197 of 365, and this is what's important: religion, Israel, humanity. I start in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you. Today is number 197 of 365, and it's a pretty intense one. It's called What's Important? Religion, Israel, humanity. And this one's going to be a tough one, and it goes something like this. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Greg. Donna, by the way, I'm in New York. I'm in Manhattan. Would love to see you. I know you're upstate. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Nelly, kids. This one's a tough one. It goes like this. What's really important in this life? Like, honestly, what's really super important in this life? It has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with power and this, that, and the other. It has to do with relationships. It has to do with communication. It has to do with really solidifying what we are as humans, which are a being that actually has the ability to care. Now, this conversation that I'm about to have with you is a very, very intense one, and it's very, very heavy, but it needs to be had. No religion that is monotheistic would be here without Jews, period. Every country that has ever accepted the Jews into their fold and then pushed them away has faltered, crashed, and burned, period. This is not a wannabe thing that I'm making up. This is the idea of the Jew. Sorry. The Jew has been here, will be here, and will never not be here. It's weird. I don't understand it. On some level, it's biblical. I'm just as hard up as everybody else in the world of like what's real and what's not real, and what is religion real, or is it just a made up thing that humans made up, or is it that holy crap, this thing that we're dealing with right now is a reality, and we're all trying to lie to ourselves about that reality, and we're being angry at Jews for doing what is told to them to do in the book that was written by God. Now, whether that book is written by God in your opinion or not, I don't know. I know that that's what they believe. I also know that they've lasted longer than any civilization or person that's ever been on this planet. So something's being said and something's being done, and it sounds like it's the book. Now, there's another side of people on this earth that want the Jesus Messiah character to show up, whether it's Messiah, Mashiach, as in the Jewish version, or the end of times version. Any way you look at it, there's two groups of people. There are the people who want humanity to live in a human, righteous, loving, beautiful way where there is an egalitarian way of being and thinking. And then there's another way, which is let's bring as much pain and trauma and drama upon the world so that God shows up and cleans everything and takes us to our happy place. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So I ask you very simply, what's really important here? What is actually important here? Because in my opinion, it's a little, it's a little crazy, so I don't know. And my friend, J. Manuel Mendez says, it is lies and we can prove it. Good morning, Paul. There has been more than 2,500 different gods. None have ever appeared. Okay, so I'll go along with you on this one, Manuel. What group of people have had a religion and have lasted the same 2,500 years you're talking about? So the only one I know is Jews. Like all the Romans, gone. Greeks, gone. Babylonians, Persians, gone. What do you got? Jews are still here. What? I'm just being honest here. There's nothing. I'm not trying to be weird or anything else. Just look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Don't look at anything else. Don't follow the money. Look at the numbers. Look at what's actually plain and in front of you. And it is very simple. The Jews have beat them all, have won them all, and have kept on going. So there's something that is the Jew, whatever that thing is. But that thing that is the Jew is really very powerful. Does that make their book real? Yeah. When every other religion that has ever tried to stand on its laurels has faltered, or any country that has connected itself to a religion has faltered, and the only religion that has stood and is still standing is the Jew, which comes from the Abrahamic prototypical person that thinks of monotheism, yeah, they're the only ones that are here. Tell me another religion. If you can come up with another religion that has lasted as long as Jews have, then we have something to talk about. But you don't. The closest you're going to get to is the Muslims, and it's 400 years after. Christians, 400 some odd plus years after. So, and the only book that was written during the time of Jesus is the Quran, which is the only book that was written during the actual events and times. Everything else is written afterwards. So the only one you're going to give me is Muslims. And guess what? Brothers to the Jews. Oh my God. So what do you got? What do you got? What you have in the end here is a bunch of people who want the plight of Jews to be done. The Indian religion is the oldest in the world. Look it up. Sure, that is a polytheistic religion. It's not a monotheistic religion. And guess what? I'm sorry to fuck with you on this one, but the world lives in a monotheism world, right? 80% of the world believe in a one God, not lots of gods everywhere. That's a polytheism, and we're not talking polytheism. We're talking monotheism. And who created monotheism? Oh, man, I'm going to do it again. Abraham the Jew. Yeah. So what are you trying to tell me here, brother? Are you trying to fight with me about the idea that Jews have lasted longer than any other race upon the planet? Because you're wrong. You're 1,000% wrong. So all I have to say here is this. Something is happening, and it's happening in a major way, and it comes down to this. It's manipulation of your mind, manipulation of your heart and your emotions. So anybody who's on the side of this is that or the other or this or the other, and they're not on the side of the Jew, is going to lose. Period. I'm just letting you know that now. I'm giving it out to you because nobody thinks that it's true. Go look at the Spaniards. Go look at anybody look at the Germans. Look at anybody who has ever done against the Jew in human history. Have all faltered. They've all faltered. There's a reason why they say the Jew is the chosen person or the chosen people of God. Because guess what, people? It's as real as it can get. Now, am I some kind of hardcore Haredi Strymel wearing with the boing boings going, Zionism, Zion? No, bro, I'm not. What I am doing is saying, yo, we need to become human, and we need to start loving each other, and we need to start recognizing the pain that we are creating in our lives based on a religious ideological conception. Not the spiritualistic connection or the idea of what truly is what we're connecting to. Wow. So the question that you're asking, Manuel Mendez, is a question that is a very old question, which is why does bad things happen to good people, and or why do good things happen to bad people? So it's a very old conversation, and it's one that comes down to the answer that God gives us the ability to have choice and the ability to make those choices, and so it is up to us to make the right positive choices. And God doesn't necessarily have his fingers in that respect. But they didn't. And that's the point. And it was because of the Nazis almost wiping out the Jews from the planet that Jews were able to go back to Israel and create a land of their own, which they were kicked out of 2,000 plus years ago. Manuel, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. But you are holding on such a third dimensional plane. You're holding on such a third dimensional plane when you're thinking about the things that you're saying right now. Because I'm going to say to you again, the Jew still stands. And the proportion of the work and the amount of things that they do are massively insignificant to the number of what they are. We're less than 1% of the planet, and we change the planet more than any other religion or person on the planet, Manuel. Sorry. More doctors, lawyers, writers, professors, movies, art, abstruse learning, mathematics. Come on, brother. Get with it. Sorry, but get with it. You're like, oh, they're not here. The Jews, God hasn't helped the Jews. God's been at the Jews' side the entire time with one arm tied behind their back while they're still kicking ass. It's not my perception, dude. I didn't even, everything that I just said right now was written in 1830 something by a beautiful human being, right? By the beautiful human being. Oh, you fuck. I love you, bro. I love you, Manuel. And that beautiful human being is, one of the most prolific writers of our time, Mark Twain. And it's called Concerning the Jew. So go read that yourself. And that guy was a super hardcore racist. And he still didn't understand. How is it that the Jew has the power that he has? How is it that the Jew is at the forefront constantly? Can you answer that one? You're like, it's 2021. Where is the facts? I'm giving you nothing but facts. The fact that you want to hold on to a, patriarchal, misogynistic conceptual idea of what the world should be, that's on you, bro. That's not me. That's you. You want to believe that the Jews or religion isn't real? That's on you, bro. It's not me, bro. I know religion's real. Well, I know spirituality's real. I know Judaism's real. I know it is. You don't have to come to me. I'm the one who's done DMT. I'm the one who's died 3 times. I'm the one who already had my death life experience a couple times and came back and lost my ego and the whole deal. So, until you go into that place and you come back to me and you tell me that you've been to experience world and you've been to that place and you're like, oh my God, I totally understand where I'm supposed to be going after this thing, then come talk to me. But until you get to that point and you're in that place, then you'll never really know. And you're not an atheist. You're agnostic. You're agnostic because you believe that there is something out there, but you don't know what it is. An atheist believes in nothing. And you can't be an atheist and believe in nothing because then you're not an atheist. Fuck off. You're not an atheist. You're a wannabe human being that wants to understand everything around him, but he can't get it. Manuel, bro, please go read some information on Strauss. Go read the actual articles because I have a good friend of mine whose name is Colin Reef. Yeah, and he's actually been doing a lot of studies on DMT and dimethyltryptamine and what it is and what it does for you and what it creates and how every scientist that's actually taken it or has had subjects take it all have the same trip, which, by the way, is impossible when you're talking about psychedelics. Bro, I love you, but unfortunately, you're so wrong on so many levels it hurts me. And I'm not upset at that. I'm upset at the fact that a person who's as intelligent as you are would be this held on to the third dimension that they're in instead of the fifth dimension or seventh or eighth or ninth dimension that they're supposed to be in. So with that, my friends, I love you all so very much. Please go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else. If you can't do something nice for yourself, it does start with you. Number 2, don't get caught up in all the crazy things that are going on in this world, because if you do, then you end up like this, and that's not good. Number 3, if you would not mind, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who would like to see this. And that's that. I love Manuel trying to still fight over something as silly as this. Look, bro, you left, but I'll let you know. Every single person that has done DMT has changed their life for a positive change. One where they leave money, they leave fame, and they leave their ego behind them and become better people. So if that's such a crazy drug and that's such a bad thing, then I think you need to take it. And with that, my friends, I love you, and I'll see you all on the other side.